for your beautiful words, for putting this together, for that introduction. And I also want to thank everybody from the Bay Area. It's so great to be up here. It's been a while since I've been here in San Jose, but you are always in my thoughts, and you are always in my heart. This community, I feel like I am the daughter of this community. You make me feel that way. I know that you have come from San Jose and Oakland and San Francisco and Stockton and Sacramento and Orange County. So thank you, Kimon, for that. And of course, in this beautiful city of San Jose. I want to, before I recognize everybody, because sometimes I forget and I don't really need to, but I want you to know my husband, Jack Einbechter. Please stand up. Jack served this country for 22 years in the United States Army. He's a retired colonel, and he is a paratrooper. And we are very excited, and of course, as a mother, I am a little anxious because next month in May, our youngest son will become commissioned an officer, second lieutenant in the United States Army Artillery. So thank you so much for your warm welcome tonight. It's difficult for me to list all the names of everybody, all the organizations, all the hosts and everything, because you really don't want to listen to my perfect Vietnamese. But I value all of your ongoing support, and I value your friendship. I would like to sincerely thank the host committee, because I know how much work something like this takes. Thank you. The support from the media friends tonight. Thank you for always being there and for covering all the important issues. To the 4 wonderful artists from Asia Entertainment, thank you. To the band that we're going to hear. To the restaurant, Mr. Ming and his wife Lisa. And to all of the volunteers, because putting something like this together takes a lot of volunteers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was thinking back to that day in front of the Vietnam Path. You brought back so many memories. And, that first election, I won by 984 votes. You elected me the congresswoman, and I know that. And I will never forget. And I remember after I won the primary, Swan Vu came to see me. And she said, "Why have you not reached out to the Vietnamese community?" And I said, "Help me. I want to know." And I have had Swan Vu. And I have Mr. Hoi Ta. He's here tonight, I know. Where are you? Right there. And Lily. Where are you, Lily? Right here. And I have always been served so well by these incredible minds when we are working on many issues, not just those issues of the Vietnamese American community. And of course, then they go off, they become big lawyers and big business people, but you got your start hanging out in our office, boy, so I'm very thrilled. I'm very thrilled that you've done so well. And Lily, of course, has become a teacher, and it's just amazing. Last May I announced, you saw it there, that I would run for the United States Senate. And I know that the way that we win is that we harness the power, in particular, of this community. You will be one of the winning margins of our election. And I need you. I have always needed you. And I want you by my side in this big, big fight. There's a lot of things we can do. We're going to raise some money, I hope, tonight. But there's June. June is where they want to stop us. And June is where we need to win. And the Vietnamese community, the Vietnamese American community, is so good at showing up to those elections where nobody thinks you will show up. I have seen it in Orange County. I need it here in San Jose. I need it in Oakland. I need it in Sacramento. I need you to call your friends and family and remind them about all the work that we have done together. And we will win this election. You know what? I'd love to talk policy with you, but you saw it. I saw it tonight on that video. You taught me. You taught me human rights. And we have been working on it together for 20 years. My message to you is, help me become the senator who can continue the fight, who doesn't have to relearn the issue, who knows and can go into the Senate, and one of the first things, as we said, to do the Human Rights Act that the Vietnamese Human Rights Act that we want. We will pass that in the Senate when you send it together. We have a history. We have a history together. Let me end with one story. Just one story before dinner, which will tell you why we are so together. You know, my parents had nothing when they came here as immigrants. And I remember after I got my MBA, and I went and I was in a big office, as my mother would say in Spanish, toda perfumada, all smelling of perfume, in a big office. And I remember I would work late every night. And every night I would be there when the janitor would come to empty the trash can in my office. And he was Vietnamese. And because I stayed late, working all the time, I got to know him. And he had broken English, the way my parents, when they came, had broken English, right? They were immigrants. This is the life. This is the reality of the immigrant. But my father always taught me that every job is important, and that every person is important, and that we must respect them. So the janitor and I became friends because we would always be talking. And I learned that he had been a professor at the university in languages, teaching Chinese and Vietnamese in the university. And because of the war, he had fled. And now, because his English wasn't so good, and because the only job he really could get as an immigrant was janitor. It reminded me of my parents when they came to this country. This community and my community have so much in common. We sacrifice, as immigrants we sacrifice so that our children might be the leaders of this country. You know, my parents, they have sent, and they are the only parents in the history of these United States to send 2 daughters to the United States Congress. Woo. And now, with your help and your friendship and our continued commitment to each other, we will go to the United States Senate together. Thank you. Come on.